So this is a story of who? Oh, Katvanga. Guru Maharaj is one of his favorite classes, or he talks about these pastimes of Katvanga Maharaj. This place took place many millions of years ago, because Srimad Bhagavatam means Purana, Amala Purana. So we're going to hear a pastime which happened many, many years ago. So we should be grateful, because we learned something from this. All of these topics concerning about the nature of the absolute truth helps us. Let me see. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So let's see here. My Bhaktivedanta Veda base. Yo Devair Artito Daityam. Is that the one? Yes? Oh, you have it in your smartphones?
Yes.
Okay, please repeat after me. Yo Devair Artito Daityam.
Yo Devair Artito Daityam.
Abadhid Yudhi Durjaya. Muhurtam Ayur Gyatvaitya. Muhurtam Ayur Gyatvaitya. Swapuram Sandade Mana. Swapuram Sandade Mana. Yo Devair Artito Daityam. Avidhid Yudhi Durjaya. Muhurtam Ayur Gyatvaitya. Swapuram Sandade Mana. Somebody else?
Yo Devair Artito Daitya. Avadhit Yudhi Durjaya. Muhurtam Ayur Natvaitya.
Swapuram Sandade Mana. Yo Devair Artito Daitya. Avadhid Yudhi Durjaya. Muhurtam Ayur Natvaitya.
Swapuram Sandade Mana.
Yo Devair Artito Daitya. Avadhid Yudhi Durjaya. Durjaya.
Muhurtam ayugnatvaikya.
Murtam ayugnatvaikya.
Swapuram sandhite mana.
Swapuram sandhate mana. Yo dever arpito daityam.
Avadhi Durjaya.
Avadhi Durjaya. Murtam ayugnatvaikya. Swapuram sandhate mana.
Joy. So, just give me 2 more minutes. 2 minutes every time somebody will say, give me 2 minutes. That means it's relative, right? Maybe 2 minutes of Lord Brahma. So that's very, a moment to be like 12 years or more. Mentions by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Please repeat after me. Ya. Kinkatvanga hu. Devai. By the demigods. Artita. Being requested. Daikyan. The demons. Avad. He. Killed. Yudi. In a fight. Durjaya. Very fierce. Muhurtam. For a second only. Ayu. Duration of life. Gyatva. Knowing. Etya. Approach. Swapuram. His own abode. Sandade. Fixed. Mana. The mind. I'm running low on battery here. Let's see. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki. King Katvanga was unconquerable in any fight. Requested by the demigods to join them in fighting the demons, he won victory. And the demigods, being very pleased, wanted to give him a benediction. The king inquired from them about the duration of his life and was informed that he had only 1 moment more. Thus, he immediately left his palace and went to his own residence, where he engaged his mind fully on the lotus feet of the Lord. Purport. The example of Maharaj Katvanga in performing devotional service is brilliant. Maharaj Katvanga engaged himself for only a moment in devotional service to the Lord, but he was promoted back to Godhead. Therefore, if one practices devotional service from the beginning of his life, surely he will return home back to Godhead without a doubt. Asamsaya. In Bhagavad Gita, the word asamsaya is used to describe the devotee. The Lord himself gives this instruction. Mai ashapta mana parta yogang yunjang mad ashraya asamsayang samagrang mang yatanyag hyasitashinu. Now hear, O son of Prita, Arjuna, how by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, with mind attached to me, you can know me in full, free from doubt. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, text 1. The Lord also instructs, Janma karma chame divyang evam yoveti tatvata chakvadiham punar janma naitimam eti so Arjuna. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode. O Arjuna! Bhagavad Gita chapter 4, text 9. Therefore, from the very beginning of one's life, one should practice bhakti yoga. which increases one's attachment for Krishna. If one daily sees the deity in the temple, makes offerings by worshiping the deity, chants the holy name of the personality of Godhead, and preaches about the glorious activities of the Lord as much as possible, he does become attached to Krishna. This attachment is called ashakti. When one's mind is attached to Krishna, mai ashakta mana, one can fulfill the mission of life in one human birth. If one misses this opportunity, one does not know where he is going, how long he will remain in the cycle of birth and death, and when he will again achieve the human form of life and the chance to return home back to Godhead. The most intelligent person therefore uses every moment of his life to render loving service to the Lord. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. The subject matter is what we're always hearing every day. There's no change. Srila Prabhupada will always emphasize attachment to Lord Krishna, because that is the nature of the soul. Jivira Swarup Hoy Krishnera Nitya Das. We're all eternally servants of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Gopi Bhartu Padakamalayur Dasa 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 Anudasa. The nature of every living entity is to serve the Supreme Lord. Serve, we were talking about that last night. Everything that we do, everything that we offer to Lord Krishna should be with love and devotion. Of course, in the beginning, it may be looking like mechanical, or not just looking. It is mechanical in neophyte stage. Prakrita Bhakta, a materialistic devotee, unless one is born in a Vaishnava family, the attraction towards Lord Krishna is right there from the very beginning. But what about for those whose background, whose culture, whose environment is so much contaminated by modes of especially ignorance and passion? For them it's very difficult to revive their original Krishna consciousness. So everyone is given opportunity, there's no discrimination, and one who has a little bit of intelligence will take up to the process of the Sankirtan movement, Krishna consciousness movement, or the Hare Krishna movement, because we're always chanting Hare Krishna. That's why we came. And it's a movement because we're trying to promote also the means and deliverance that we can do it in one lifetime, Prabhupada says. Prabhupada says that, this lifetime, we should try to make it to go back home, back to Godhead, because we're not sure what we're going to happen to us next life after death. Now, for a devotee, there is no death, because whatever he is doing now, he'll be doing it again tomorrow or the next day, and even after life. It continues on after this life. Then the service continues on. That's why for a devotee there is no death. But what if we know that we're going to die soon? Yeah, he was got this benediction, Katpanga Maharaj. He was given a warning. How long is he going to live? He asked. And he said, and the answer is that only one more moment. There's a one moment. Yeah, that's why I was saying in the beginning, a moment to be considered like 12 years or more. Yuga itam nimishena chaksusha prabhisayitam. Sunyayitam digat sarvam govinda virahena me. The gopis, they curse Lord Brahma because their eyes are blinking. And for that blinking moment, just even fraction of a second, they don't want to have in their sight Lord Krishna, out of the sight. No, always one. It's like Lord Jagannath. He's the only deity who never sleeps. That's why in Jagannath Puri they have artik even at midnight or something, like close to midnight. So attachment to Lord Krishna varies in degrees according to the advancement of one's devotional service. But ultimately, it will end up that there is no more separation. But then in this spiritual world, that separation is considered to be more intense than the meeting. Bripalamba stage. Prabhupada says, because why we're still alive? Because we're not feeling separation from Lord Krishna. Because if we have that intense feeling, like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he demonstrates that agony separated, being separated from Lord Krishna, that separation. That's why Jagannath Puri is very intense place. It's no lesser than Mayapur or Vrindavan. But then the meeting also happened in Kurukshetra. There's one solar eclipse when Lord Krishna was in the royal order coming from Dwarka. And the Brijabasis also, they came to have this snan from Brahma Sarovar. You've heard of Brahma Sarovar in Kurukshetra? Very big. It's a place of pilgrimage, because this place also is a place where Lord Krishna and the Brajabasis, they met again after so many years of separation. Lord Krishna left Vrindavan at the age of 11 years old. Then he went to Mathura. And in Mathura, for the excuse of wrestling match being arranged by the king of the whole Vrindavan area is King Kamsa. The whole Braj, yes, is holding that fort. Everyone is under his jurisdiction. All the forests, 12 forests. So King Kamsa, he's also always thinking of Krishna. 24 hours, whatever he does, he's always thinking of Krishna. But no attachment. His thinking of Krishna is to kill Krishna. So what will be the fate of his life after death? What will be the fate? But some of these demons also, they attain moksha. So Kadvanga Maharaj, he preferred to think of the lotus feet, meditate on the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Why lotus feet? Why is it that devotees of the Lord, they meditate on the lotus feet of the Lord? In the material world, the lotus flower is the last most beautiful thing. We meditate on the form of the Supreme Lord. We do it starting from his lotus feet. That is the foundation. Like Srimad Bhagavatam also, first canto, second canto, the lotus feet. Then it goes up to the legs and to the abdomen and to the neck. Ninth canto is like we're getting close to Lord Krishna. 10th canto is the longest stories of Lord Krishna continuously. Other parts, his incarnations, with the devotees, his eternal associates, pure devotees of the Lord. And the attachment for Krishna should be favorable. This is the verse, Anyabilasita Sunya. Jnana karmadi anabritam anukulyena krishnanam silanam bhakti uttama. This is the topmost bhakti. Disregard the sense for mental speculation or fruitive gain, and to serve Krishna in a favorable way. So Maharaj Katvanga is very intelligent. He knew what to do. And the message is for everyone, even though it happened millions and millions of years ago. The message is eternal. That this should be our aim also in life. Life is short, party harder. Yeah, that's what they say. But we have a saying also, life is short, Sankirtan, party harder. Perform, Prabhupada mentions in the purport, preaching, outreach, sharing Krishna consciousness to others. Ours is only a proposal. Ours is a proposal. Because devotees of the Lord, they want to alleviate the intense desire of the Lord for all of us to go back home, back to Godhead. Krishna is more eager than us, than we do ourselves, to go back home, back to Godhead. And that is our nature. The world fools. The conditioned souls, they are prone to be under the modes of material nature. And we cannot overcome these modes of material nature unless one surrenders to Krishna. Daivihi isha gunamai mama maya diratyaya mam evaya prapajante mayamitam tarantite. Yeah, this divine energy of mine, because material world is divine, coming from the supreme divine energy, is very difficult to overcome. Because we are subject to be under the modes of material nature. We're in the tatashta shakti. Either we can upgrade ourselves or we can degrade ourselves. We have a choice. So if we are properly guided from bona fide representative of the Supreme Lord, the spiritual master, the sadhus, and the sastras, they all say the same. There is no contradictory. Guru, sadhu, and sastra. So again, I'm very grateful you are here. That there is an interest for you to to know Krishna. We all are. We are. That's why we are here. One should ultimately dedicate oneself so that at the time of death, then we're ready. We're ready. We have seen in Vrindavan some Vaishnavas on their passage departing this world, and they don't feel any fear, as if they have like content. Or sometimes, people when they die, before they die, they'll be like so scary, so frightened, because the Yamadutas are there, the agents of Lord Yamaraj. But for the devotees, it's the Vishnu Dutas who come. But that's very rare. Sudurlava. Very rarely achieved. Bhakti is very rarely achieved. Love and devotion. We were talking about that last night. That everything that we do should be with love and devotion. Ultimately, it should be. In the beginning, it may not manifest. But in actions, at least we should try to show. Because eventually, love and devotion will manifest, especially when we chant the holy name of the Lord without any offenses. And there are many offenses that one may commit. Is Nama Aparad, there's Seva Aparad. That means while worshipping the deities, we should be very careful also not to become familiar. But familiar, may happen. There's a chance. But there's also Vaishnava Parad. And in Vaishnava Parad, the topmost is the spiritual master. Guru Ninda. One may also become familiar with the spiritual master. But one must be extra careful more in serving the Guru compared to serving the deities, the Archa Vigraha form, because the familiarity may creep in more, especially dealing with Vaishnavas. We usually judge. We try to weigh, we try to figure out what is the intention of this person, or the looks, or the background. Eventually, if one is sincere in chanting and doing his or her strict sadhana, always associate with the devotees of the Lord, study the Shastra, understand the nature of the Supreme Absolute Truth. That includes his everything, his name, fame, form, qualities, and pastimes. What will be the result? That means one will be always thinking of Krishna and never forget him. In a favorable way, again, in a favorable way. I will stop here now. If there's any comments or questions. Yes? Yes, Prabhu?
Yeah, Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, you mentioned about the Seva Aparad.
Seva Aparad, yes.
So is it
While worshipping the deities.
Is it only for for the deities in the temple or even the home deity that we have, they're also Seva Prana?
Well, your deities is not Krishna.
It is Krishna.
So,
But here is the Prana.
don't say but.
Okay.
According to the degree, Prabhupada says you see the Lord to the degree that He reciprocates to you. If you see the Lord as a stone, what is His reciprocation then? Huh?
No reciprocation.
Like a stone also. So be careful also. But the standard at home is not the same as what we have here. But again, your deities is your personal deities. You have to take care of them. Yes. Your relationship is being built up by worshipping your own deity at home. But the main deity is Radhakirshar Gopinath in GTA. You may have many, many temples or offshoots, you may say, from the temple. This is the mothership. Others are satellites. Yours is a satellite also. Yeah?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Grihasthas, it's very difficult to do deity worship. You have to dedicate some time in doing that because no time. This is the common complaint of the Grihasthas. We all have the same 24 hours, not more 1 second you have than the rest of us. So you have to do time management. You have to do time management. You have to make your plan ahead. We have to be organized. Organize our life, not just our material things that we have to do. We have to organize and make plans also for our own well-being. That's why if one cannot do it, then one should. If one makes progress in Krishna consciousness, then he takes up next step. You take initiation from a bona fide guru. Now it's very difficult to describe or what is the meaning of guru. But guru means one who is fixed in Krishna consciousness himself. He's engaged 24 hours. How can you be a guru if you're working 9 to 5? Huh? You can. If you're Krishna conscious and you're attached to Krishna. Look at Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He has, 13 children and he's the magistrate. Yeah?
Yes.
It's possible. It's not, external thing. But we can judge, how can they become a guru? It's like, no, this is Krishna's arrangement. No, we cannot push ourselves to become a guru. It happens. It's natural. The purity must extremely high. He's beyond the modes of material nature now. He cannot be covered up. He can be covered up if he becomes absorbed of himself. There are many ways that one can become a guru, but guru doesn't mean only the one who gives diksha. It can be Siksha Guru. Siksha Guru is no lesser than the Diksha Guru. One has to be qualified also. Sometimes the Siksha Guru becomes prominent, and usually the Siksha Guru becomes the Diksha Guru. But not all the time the Diksha Guru is there. So Shiksha Guru, he has more interaction. But Shiksha Guru can be also another part of the world. Now there is internet, modern communication. Yes, but a neophyte devotee, he cannot save anybody. He has to save him first. In the Madhyam platform, the beginning of love and devotion starts. Not in the Kanishta platform. Madhyam. But it says sometimes the pure devotees, they come down to the Madhyam platform to preach, to share Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, an Uttama Bhakta, he doesn't see himself as a devotee. He thinks he doesn't have love for Krishna, but he loves Krishna the most. He's always feeling separation. When will that day come? It depends on our choice and depends on how quickly we can understand these things and apply it to our daily activities. That is the proof that you learned what you study. What you learn from what you study, then you also want to share to others. Yeah? Yes?
What gave Maharaj Khatwanga the intelligence?
What gave?
How did he have that intelligence?
Well, I don't know the technical how, but ultimately, Sarvasya chaham hridishanamishtu mata smiti jnanam apuhanam cha. The verse says that Krishna is the forgetfulness and he also gives the remembrance. Everything, ultimately Krishna is the source. But sometimes these devotees, they must have performed some pious deeds. That pious deeds is not like building hospitals or feeding the poor, giving shelter to the homeless. That pious credits is bhakti, punya. Yes? We say, punya, that's pious deeds, but there are two types. What we're doing also is pious, most auspicious. But there are also activities mundane, then one can go to the heavenly planets. The result of this, it says that the gopas, cowherd boys, they accumulated heaps and heaps of pious credits. Krita punya punja. That's why they received that benediction of blessings to be with Krishna, play with Krishna. They think they're equal with Krishna. That's why they can ride on the shoulders of Krishna and Balaram. Krishna at least, Balaram, he carries Krishna also. And yes, because, so this, whatever made Katpanga, it's like Jada Bharat or Bharat Maharaj. He became a deer. He remembered his past life. Then he became Jada Bharat, Brahmin. He remembered his past life. So it took him 3 lifetimes to Ajamil. He did some pious activities also, helping his father, doing puja, worship of the deities. So, yes, there's no loss or diminution in this process. We should try to make it 100%. I wish I can do it 100% immediately, within a second. But that should be our goal. For whatever we do. Temporarily, the material things that we're doing, this comes and go. But the real activities of the soul, which is bhakti, should also always increasing. Yes. Any other points? Yes.
Maharaj, the physical material, like, according to Bhagavad Gita, 9:27.
9:27?
Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah.
Like, when you, according to our worship, we go to the different planet, and when you leave the body, you can go to the heavenly planet or any other planet, but you can globe or Vaikuntha. So in this case, the Khatambu Maharaj past time, we can see that he was physically in heavenly planet. So that means, like, without even leaving this body, you can go to the heavenly planet. Like
This past time happened in the heavenly planet, but he did not stay there. He went to the earthly planet. Yeah? Is that the story? How the story goes?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Why?
He was there to fight with the Asura.
Yeah, he was there for a special mission. And he decided to come back to the earthly planet where is the most conducive, easiest plane to revive Krishna consciousness, especially where we are, planet Earth. This planet Earth is very special because Vrindavan is here. So these kings in the past, from the past, they are Rajarishis, saintly kings. They know that their main duty is to protect the citizens and to help them become Krishna conscious. So Maharaj Katvanga, he did not waste the time. But that one moment is relative also, isn't it? Because that one moment in the heavenly planet is like, is longer here. Yeah, their one day is what? Our 6 months?
6 months.
6 months. It's precise, the calculation of the Sastra. This is how you can prove that it is infallible. Infallible. So, yes, stories like this will help us realize the goal of life. What is the goal of life? And how to attain it by reading Srila Prabhupada's purports. Because he explains the conclusion, how to be like Maharaj Katvanga, attaining the supreme abode. You have any question? Hold on.
You said one should be extra careful while serving the Guru than Krishna. Can you elaborate on this?
Yes, because the tendency, if one becomes familiar, oh, how come? Example, oh, he's getting sick also. He's becoming, according to your external perception, that you're comparing the spiritual master to be an ordinary man. He's not an ordinary man. Appearance-wise, maybe, yeah, we all look, similar, but his spiritual potency to transform It's like turning bell metal into gold. He can do that because of his spiritual potency. Yeah? That's what it means. Yes?
I have a short question.
Yes?
So I've also heard that Krishna has lotus eyes. So
Yeah,
it's
lotus,
like
yeah. It's good you pointed it out. Lotus eyes, lotus lips,
Yeah.
lotus hands, lotus feet,
Yeah.
his abdomen also, his face, lotus face, because the lotus is, again, and Goloka Vrindavan is compared to a lotus flower that, that opened up. And it says that the material world is only like a one dot, like a point. So you can imagine. But it says 1/4 is the material world and 3/4 is the spiritual world. Kingdom of God. So this lotus flower, especially the blue, that is very rare. Blue lotus flower, you can find if you're fortunate enough in the Himalayas. Yeah, mostly the one that they sell in front of our Krishna Balaram Mandir. There's some lotus flowers there also. But one may mistaken also water lily. There's a flower of water lily. Yeah, lotus flower is different. Yes. Okay, we stop here now. Have a Krishna conscious day. Fill it up.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.